Dean Davison live weatherblocks.com. From Sir Dallas Elite Forecaster, time for a look at the winter storm outlook. And we're taking a look at certain locations. We're going to be some big trouble coming up here tonight into early morning with ice accretion possible. And that will then come to all heavy rain starting Tuesday afternoon to Tuesday night. And then end the snow. And that's still debatable on how much precipitation snow-wise we will see on the back end of this. But we are possibly looking at some ice accretion, which will make for treacherous driving. And I'll show you areas that we have to be concerned about this and accumulations. As you see, we have winter weather advisory in effect 2 a.m. to noon on Tuesday, 2 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tuesday in the higher elevations, with Rockbridge, Amherst, Allegheny, Bath, back down to Craig counties in the West Virginia. A tenth of an inch of ice accretion possible. Roanoke counties back here through southwest Virginia, and a 0.2 inch likely, and snow less than an inch here in the higher elevations. And as we go down, we're going to actually see an ice accretion map. And there we go. This is snowfall. Very light. So we actually may see some snowfall here in the far southwestern areas, where I'm located at. 1 to 2 inch snowfall. And the bigger issue is going to be ice accretion. A tenth of an inch of ice accretion likely in Blacksburg up through southwest Roanoke, all the way into these higher elevations and 0.2s of ice accretion near Covington. So this is going to be a dangerous morning coming up, and we need to be on our toes here in Virginia. As you look nationally, you see we got this issue here, and the low is going to come along in this route. Cold air is still going to be in place here. We're in the 20s right now in Roanoke, and upper teens here where I live, and you're going to have that cold air and the warm air trying to override it. It's going to make some ice right in the Appalachians and some snow, and we got a possibility of bigger snow here, western and central Pennsylvania through Vermont. So some issues going on here with the weather. First off, this is the Miller Ray. It's starting in the Gulf of Mexico. As you see, it'll start moving along, spreading its precipitation up, and this is where we're going to have ice issues later this evening. Then crank up with double barrel. Strong slow down in the Florida area to a pretty good sized low, double barrel low. But see, the problem is with the Jersey area, Philadelphia, is you're on the eastern side, so you're getting the warm air just sunk in the area. Problem is, behind it, you're going to see the potential of change of rapid snow because the cold air is going to sink back down into areas like Roanoke, up there through Charlottesville. So those areas out through Central Pennsylvania, the Appalachians area really, is really looking for possibly of snow on the back end of this. And that's the issue that you're going to see, and why we're not seeing it here in Philly and the Jersey Shore and Delaware and even into Allentown's area, because this warm air is going to be involved. And unfortunately, that's not a good precursor to snow. But for other locations, it's a icy issue and it's more dangerous weather. And that's going to possibly lead to power outages. And that's here in the Roanoke Valley, unfortunately, up through the Shenandoah Valley, up here in central Pennsylvania. And heavy snow looks possible on the lakes and back through Pittsburgh, State College, and parts of West Virginia. So, interesting time ahead. Here's your precip back here in the Midwest. That'll correct itself on the East Coast coming here in the next 8 to 10 hours. Weather from now until the evening. We're going to take a look at. Sorry about that with my buddy Boomer, our dog here. You see nothing going on through 4 p.m. We're going to crank it over to the night. Nothing going on to 10. Here comes the ice chance. By 1 a.m., freezing rain moves into the Roanoke Valley. Snow moves into the areas up in Pennsylvania. And heavier freezing rain is going to happen by 4 a.m. Look at the outbreak of freezing rain. This is not a good thing, especially with when you're looking at the idea of power outages. Heavy snow, and let me pull that back. Heavy snow and winter weather. Heavy snow in southern Pennsylvania, rain snow mix up the top of West Virginia, and a heavy area of freezing rain. This will stay north and west of Washington, D.C. Also, heavy rain moves in by 4. You see where the heavy snow sets up. We're talking about Poconos possibly getting some freezing rain. Tuesday night, you'll see the cold air is going to start backing in, and that's what we're going to be looking at on Wednesday as snow starts to kick back in. Even heavier snow possibly north and west of Washington, D.C. Snow then coming likely in areas such as Roanoke. And this is going to be an interesting weather pattern we're going to have here. Then some snow. In Washington and possibly a rain snow mix at the end here at Philadelphia, and then it just moves away for your Thanksgiving holiday. So this is a interesting storm. We're going to have to keep an eye on it and hope it doesn't get too bad in certain areas. Like I said, snow amounts, not too much. Ice amounts, 0.2 in Roanoke for 6 hours. That's not a good chance. That's not a good outcome here, and that's we're going to watch out for. So we're going to have to keep an eye on it, and we will here at liveweatherblogs.com. For liveweatherblogs.com, it's Lee Forecaster, Dean Davis, and have a great afternoon.